exactly. It's great to see everybody here in our new home that we fit into, and let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our chaplain, Tim, couldn't be here today, so I'll start with the invocation. Lord, thank you for another year. And for all that we were able to accomplish in service last year, be with us this coming year, that we can serve those in need in our city, in our country, and around the world. Thank you for everybody that's here today. It's excited to start a new place and be with those that could not be with us. Some of those that are suffering from health issues and family issues, help heal them and give them assistance. Thank you for the food we're about to eat, for those that are serving us. And all right, we'll come back to order again since everybody's got their cookies. Thank you, our waiter, Jeff.
Yes.
For that.
Okay, kids.
Buy low, sell high. That's what we
Okay.
get by doing. I apologize for not having a microphone. We have a portable one and I left it at home. We've actually saved a little bit of cost by not renting a podium, by not renting the microphone, and by not renting a screen, which we're gonna have a screen when we need it. But those things cost another $150 an event to rent, so we have a portable one.
We got that.
What?
Thank Shelley.
And our podium, which past President Shelley was able to find on one of her trips, and we just got a logo to stick on the front, so it works pretty well. For pass down, so it's great to have you here. Let's go for some announcements. Now that he's got his mouth full of cookie. And Jim Schuyler is our chairperson of the Blind Dinner Day. He's got a lot to tell us.
Well, hi, welcome everyone. So 4 weeks from today, on Tuesday, January 30th, we will be having the Blind Dinner Day, which is starting at 6 p.m. at Frederick Meyer Gardens. We're really looking forward to, I know some of you will be there, and I'm really looking forward to having you there. Katie Mobby, who is a accomplished assisted water sports athlete, will be joining us as our speaker. And we've got a number of guests and awards that we're going to be giving out. Looking forward to seeing as many of you as can come there, and I appreciate an opportunity to invite you again. Happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Jim on that?
Yeah.
Pause here. Anything? We've all been sent the link to buying the tickets. It's very, very easy to do.
Yes.
Eventbrite,
Eventbrite.
and it's easy to do, and it's easy to, rather than just get 2 tickets, order 4 and bring somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Please do. Thanks, Nick.
It's it'll be a good event. So Katie Katie Mobby, the speaker, is also visually impaired,
Yes.
and it's amazing what she's done with her life. And the awards are celebrating many from the vision community that have made the difference in vision. So it's a great event. And I'm gonna ask our tail twister for the day. Any other announcements? The only other announcement I have before we get to tail twister is congratulations on your first real day of retirement, Mark. Okay. And Steve, my condolences.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Got him out the door.
Yeah. All right, tail twister Rob, you're in charge for today. Because Jamie is off retiring himself.
Definitely, this is transitory position. Okay, I want all the Michigan fans, I assume they're gonna pony up here. That was a great win. Yeah, thank you. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna ask you happy bucks first, then I'll come back if we have any guests, okay? Any other? Oh, I've got happy. Go ahead, go ahead.
Actually, I got several happy bucks. First, my first day of retirement.
Pay 'em first
Thank you.
before you announce.
Oh, I gotta pay them.
Whoa. I know you
I
changed.
have several happy bucks.
You can talk.
Yeah, my first day of retirement, my son, who is taking over the practice. He is also a new Lions member, so that's heavy buck number 2. Heavy buck number 3 would be Michigan won yesterday. And number 4, Kelly and I are going to Australia and New Zealand for 6 weeks to celebrate retirement. So wish us luck, good health, and safe travels.
Yeah. You got 16 more happy bucks, but tell you what, I got a happy buck for your retirement. Great career, okay? Okay, Sean?
I have a happy buck and it's forgotten to, close down the house in Genesis.
Robert?
Just for and Lions. Lions, Detroit Lions, Detroit Lions.
You Ben, okay, sure, I like it. Okay. Do you have any guests?
Here we go.
Oh,
Jack, go ahead. This is Usman's guest.
Hi, my name is Jack Thomas. I work with Osman Koroma at the Association for Blind and Visually Impaired. I'm an orientation mobility instructor, so I'm very pleased to be here and enjoy the afternoon with all of you.
raffle, we do that now?
Yeah.
Let me make one comment before you do. I want to thank Ryan Smith for all the work he did
Yeah.
on the Christmas party with Ryan. I think he's got that job permanently. He did a wonderful job.
Yes.
It was $8 off, remember? $8 over budget. We got you covered.
Okay. You're gonna watch my tickets. There's another winner in there. Okay.
First one, I'm $5. Second.
$5 winner?
Yep, right here.
I picked it.
You're picking it.
Can you do that?
Picking it.
Okay, the last 4 are 4, 2, 5, 3. Are you looking, Brent? Oh. 4, 2, 5, 3. I'll take it.
You want it? It's real?
Oh, 4253.
Yeah.
You know what?
You always win.
You're gonna get $4 for that delayed reaction. All right, let Steve draw the.
All right.
He doesn't know numbers at all.
Computers.
4195.
Oh, yeah, that's Jeffy. Oh.
4195. How much is in the pot?
No, Jeff,
$12.
Oh. Got it up here?
$12.
Well,
Now, Jeff, you know Jeff's going on vacation, so just remember, he pulls this out, there's gonna be reviewed.
$42,000. Somewhere around there.
Everybody's gone.
Oh, too bad.
Oh, $22, that's what it is.
So Jeff, when do you take off?
Thursday.
Thursday, and then when do you come back?
Friday, 10.
You said February 10?
Yeah.
Well, that's not too long. Thank you, Rob, for stepping in. And so any other announcements, questions, or, yeah?
Just on speakers, we have a full docket of speakers down through, I think, April. Thanks to the committee, Bob Snyder, Shelley Irwin, and, sure I'm missing somebody. Me, well. So anyway, I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks, during that time period, so I'm gonna ask a couple of people to introduce the speakers. The next one, Rick Stevens is gonna introduce a lady that is the Michigan director of the Anti-Defamation League, so she invited in from, I think, Lansing or Detroit to be very informative on this 2 weeks.
2 weeks from today, good. We also have the capacity to make this room bigger, so we can take over the space next door when we have more than we're planning, so it'd be fun to have that be open every meeting. So today's speaker, straight to us from ABVI, is one of our new members, Osman Koroma. Usman, who is a certified vision rehabilitation therapist, but is also the employment coordinator at ABVI. And he's gonna come up and talk to us about ABVI and a program that is going on there, and we're gonna talk together at the end about a fundraiser that we're gonna be involved with, along with him. So, Usman, I can bring you up here. Right here in the middle. Again, right here, and there's nothing else dangerous up here, okay?
Except for you.
Except for me. We've got, we're starting a little early, so you've got a good half hour. You want it? Okay.
Half an hour is enough. Hi, everyone. So let me set my timer, but I talk too much, so let's see.
Very curious.
I will. Alright. There we go. So my name is Usman, so I'm not, so, well, first, we don't have a PowerPoint, so, usually I'm gonna create a PowerPoint, but like 98% of the time, PowerPoints are not accessible for individuals who are blind. So therefore, I didn't create one. You guys can see it, and if I'm in the audience, I cannot see what's on the screen. So you guys, welcome to my life. So I'm gonna do some demonstrations and some talking. So half an hour, just because what we do at ABVI is a lot of hands-on. So I want to just demonstrate to you guys, and I will have in the field, have Josh come over and pass on some items to you to just look at, see some of the things that we do at ABVI. So a lot of you already know about ABVI, so I'm not gonna go through the whole history. But we started in 1913, so as old as Tim Tortel, so it's very old, like 110 years old, yeah, so very old. But yeah, what we do, we work with individuals who are blind or have low vision. We do different training for them, or for us, because I'm also blind too. Here we go. So we have 7 doors, that's how we call them, or services. So I'm gonna break those down and talk to you about each one, and I'll do some demonstration or show you some items, just so you get the full picture of what we do. So we have our low vision clinic. Was the first one in West Michigan, started by ABVI. So we serve about 1,000 clients each year, and we're trying to push that number up. We serve clients just in the West Michigan areas right now, and one of Tim's vision is that we're gonna open that statewide, so we can service people all over the states. Right now, we have clinic in Grand Rapids, we have our clinic in Muskegon, and then we have one also in Holland. Muskegon and Holland are relatively new. We just opened up a year and a half ago, but Grand Rapids low vision clinic been going on since the 70s, so very old. We have wonderful workers there who provide services, and again, thanks to the Alliance, we also provide free glasses to our clients if they're qualified for that. So again, thanks to all of you for making that happen. In addition, our second door, Josh, you don't mind coming for a second. So our second door, and all of these doors or services, you don't have to go through our low vision clinic to receive these services. So if you have someone or you have a relative who is blind or has low vision, they don't have to go through our low vision services to receive the rest of the services that I'll talk about. So Josh is our orientation and mobility specialist. He started a few months ago, so I'll have him explain to you like what orientation and mobility do.
Yeah, so I like to break my job down into two categories, the orientation piece and the mobility piece. So that orientation piece is being able to understand where you are in the environment, what's around you, what's next to you, what's above you, what's below you. And then that mobility piece is taking that orientation piece and combining it and being able to effectively navigate that environment. So understanding, okay, I'm facing the entrance, now I need to navigate all these obstacles to get to the entrance or exit of that building, right? Or to get in and out of that home or that business. You know, I like to consider myself an out-the-door person. So all my instruction is mainly, as soon as you step foot out of that home, a lot of that instruction comes from me. So we're doing public transportation, street crossing, sidewalk travel, signalized intersection travel. We'll do airports and stuff like that. I stay in the home as well a little bit, but I mainly do protective techniques, upper and lower protective techniques and trailing techniques. So mainly a lot of you have already lived in that home for 20 plus years. I don't need to tell you how to, you know, go from your bedroom to your bathroom, right? You can do it already blindfolded in a sense. I might just come in and go, hey, it might be a little bit safer if we do it this way or that way. So I work with all ages from birth all the way, you know, until you're ready to, you know, stop working with me, right? So right now I contract with 2 schools up in the Fremont and Hesperia up in Newaygo County. I have some kindergartners, and then I work here Monday, Wednesday, Friday in Grand Rapids and Kent County area, so with adults, so. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. Yes.
When you say contract, is that those state grants?
I believe so. Well, no, so they're just not big enough to have an orientation mobility instructor on staff. So they have a small population of visually impaired students. So I can kind of come in there and check in with them. So I believe it's state funded grant.
It's through the school system, so, right, that's.
Yeah, it's just.
So it's through the school system, so like, for example, Kent ISD, intermediate school district, they have their own orientation mobility specialists. I think they have 7 of them, that service, the entire Kent County. But where Josh is contracting, the ISD don't have an orientation mobility specialist, so they reach out to us to contract with us, to provide our service for them.
Which we are then trying to outreach to other school districts in the area or other counties that might not have that ability to pull in an orientation mobility instructor or a teacher consultant for the visually impaired, and then we can step foot in that door and provide that service for them as well, so.
John?
Yes.
Question. So you, I assume are a one-on-one type
Yes.
of counselor or trainer.
Mhm.
How long do you typically spend with a student or a client?
So it kind of does depend on the skill level and the goals for that client. I usually, you know, develop those goals based on an individual person, right? So someone's goals are gonna be totally different from someone else's. But I could spend, you know, usually we do 1-hour lessons once a week. But if there's a really high need, I can do, you know, an hour lesson twice a week, but usually they're, you know, 30 to 40 hours of instruction, depending on the client. Whether they want to ride the bus or anything like that, maybe they've never, you know, step foot on a bus. So that adds an extra couple more hours just to make sure that they're comfortable and adequate, you know, oriented to that bus and the routes there. So, which I will say Grand Rapids has a great public transportation system, just to let you know, so.
So are they already familiar with like white cane usage and
No.
trail? No.
Usually some referrals that I've gotten, they've either came to the clinic and said, hey, check out this individual, right? Go to their house and assess them on their skills and kind of talk to them about what the white cane is and what it can benefit for that, you know, how it can benefit them in their travels. A lot of the times it might just be an ID cane, you know, them going around with their significant other, and they just have it for an identification, just in case they were to get into a little bit of a pickle. Now they have that tool to go, hey, I need some assistance, because sadly, with a visual impairment, it's one of those invisible disabilities that is not very upfront, and you know, you can say you're visually impaired, but it doesn't really look like you're visually impaired, right? So, and I hate to use that term, but it's one of those invisible disabilities. So having that long cane can identify you with that. So, is there any other questions? All right.
So you can just stay for a second.
Yeah.
All right, so piggyback on what Josh just said, so I'm a certified vision rehab therapist. So what I do, the opposite from Josh, I and my other team, Rachel, we work with individuals, one-on-one services. We do independent living skills, so like how to cook in your kitchen, like making your own meal by yourself, independently, how to manage your finances, like how to like log into your bank account and manage that, how to like personal management, so like from shaving to makeup, we do stuff like that. And we also do like communication, how if you have low vision, like the devices you can use, for both pen and paper, you can use that, for example, to write and you can be able to see what you're writing. Or if you're totally blind, we teach like Braille, how to read and write Braille, how to use your iPhone or your laptop. There's this program called JAWS. It's called JAWS, stands for Job Access with Speech. It's a program that you can download onto your laptop. I use it all the time, and it reads everything to you on the screen. Same thing with your phone, your smart devices. For example, your iPhone. On my phone, I have so this reads it reads everything to me on the screen. So I work with individuals in how to use that, or work with individuals in how to use that. I'm gonna have Josh pass some things around as I'm talking about them. So this first thing is a Braille display. It's pretty much like a Bluetooth keyboard, where you can pair with your laptop or you can pair with your phone, and everything that's on your screen will pop up on Braille, so you can read it in Braille as you're navigating your laptop. So I'll have Josh pass that along, and then also there's this is a talking skill. For example, when you're in your kitchen, you have to weigh some items. You can use this to weigh straight and have it also around. So you just
It's ready.
so it goes by ounces. So we teach individuals how to use that in case if they have to bake. For example, yesterday, my wife decided we should have some people over for New Year's Day celebration. So I was in charge of making our turkey. I used that scale, for example, to weigh the turkey to see how much it weighed. And I was able to, from there, determine like how long I need to cook it in our slow cooker, or in our roaster. So we teach individuals how to independently. I work with Josh a lot too, because I'm pairing, like, for example, we have someone who wants to learn how to cook for themselves, just either newly losing their vision or just went completely blind. I do the independent skills, like how to use their phone, or how to use their laptop to go back to job, get back to job. And we pair with Josh, and Josh teach them how to go shopping, for example, how to use the bus system to go shopping independently for your own groceries. So we do things like that. So that's our second door. And I touched into our third door, which is like the assistive technology. It's teaching individuals how to use their laptop, the smart devices, Alexa. We also have a talking watch. Josh is gonna pass that along too. Like how to use the talking watch at that time. If you have, for example, I have an Apple Watch, so, and it has a program on there called VoiceOver. I teach individuals how to use that to be able to navigate their smart phone or smart watch. So on. So, and then we also service, I guess let me pause right there, since I'm going too fast, see if any questions before I move on. Okay. So our fourth door is our employment services, which I'm also in charge of that. And that is called RISE, Reaching Inclusion Through Successful Employment. I partner or work to partner with different businesses to teach them about accessibility, inclusion, and accommodation. So we currently have about 11 employers what in part of our program. Not Bank of America, McIntyre Bank is one of them. Meyer is the first people to come on board. We have the Mary Freebed. And then we partner also with BSD Dog Biscuit. They do dog biscuits. We have our clients go in there who never been employed before, like who just came out of high school and or who just graduated from college but having trouble to find a job. So they go there to get job experience, to build our resume. So we work with BSD Dog Biscuits to go in there and perform different tasks. So we work with them on that. So our RISE program is for ages 18 and up. And then we have two other programs on that. One is our Summer in the City program, that's for ages 14 to 26. And we do employment training with them in the summertime. For 2 weeks, we do independent living skills. We do building a resume building, or networking. And then we also have our new program, is again for ages 14 to 26. And that's once a month, one Saturday a month. It's called STEP, which is like stand for successful teen employment. So we once a month we'll be working with those kids ages 14 to 26. We again partner with different employers. They can go in on a Saturday, like from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and do job experience to build a resume. Like they're staying in high school or they're in post secondary school. But again, don't have the job skills, don't have the social skills, and we'll work with them and with the employers that we're partner with. They partner with us, like have them come in. What if that person is interested in, like in being a cashier? We work with them to adapt that system so they can be able to perform that same job duty with reasonable accommodation. If someone is like I know I have someone who is interested in being or wants to be a tech support person. So we work and I'm gonna partner that person with Mary Freebed tech department so they can work with them and learn how to adapt things. And it's a win-win because that individual will get a job experience, and also Mary Freebed as an employee will be able to know how to adapt if someone comes in, a qualified candidate comes in and wants a job in that department. They'll know how to adapt, or to know to reach out to us to provide them the equipment or provide them the training that they'll need for both parties to be successful. Any questions?
I have a question about how many clients do you particularly have to
Mhm.
work with?
Yeah, right now I have, well, for today, I have 7 clients, but starting next week, I'm gonna add 6 to 10 more clients. It just depends on registration. So most likely I'll have, by the end of next week, I should have 18 clients. And I work with them sometimes in a group settings, which will be on a Saturday, once a month, or sometimes it'll just be one-on-one individual. It just depends, I just said, like what their needs are or what the skill level are. For example, I have a 27-year-old who, like, his parents, he graduated from from college 3 years ago and is struggling with to find a job. And he became on my caseload, started working with him, and came to realize that there's a lot of skills that you still need for him to be successful once he's employed. Like, for example, his parents, he's living in his own apartment, so he's having his own apartment, but every week his father will come in and do cleaning for him. So I started working with him 3 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago, it was his first time cleaning his own kitchen independently for his first time. And he was in tears. He was like, I've never done this before. Like, I'm 27 years old. I want to have a family, but my dad is not gonna be there for me all the time. I want to learn how to do this. So stories like that, like, it's just like shows the work that we do. Like, a 27-year-old, I know a lot of you how to do when you're clean, like when you're 5 years old, or earlier, or maybe later, but still, you're not 27 years old before you did your first independent cleaning yourself. So, it's, yeah, for me, as someone who's blind, it was sad for me to be part of that story. At the same time, I'm hopeful to see where he will go. So anyway, like the stories that we do, or the things that we do really impact people. So with our employment program, majority of the people who are in it, like, been looking for jobs the last 10 years. But they are they have a bachelor degree, but a lot of the time employers don't accept them just because employers don't know how to handle someone who's blind, never done that before. So we go in and work with those employers, and 3 of the people who are part of the program are now employed, now have a job. And it's due to us going in and educating those employers, and at the same time providing training for those individuals to have the skills to know how to make their own lunch, so they don't have to spend money all the time on that paycheck on just lunch, taking out lunch or eating out. They now can cook their own meal independently. They now can apply for their own jobs by using the technology, accessible technology independently. The other programs that we have support groups, and that's people who are, again, struggling with loss of their vision, can come in and talk to other individuals and have some tips, and hey, I do this works for me, or hey, try this, this will work. It's just like a space or safe space for individuals to come in and learn from each other. And then while social worker provide counseling for those individuals as well, or help them with like the bus system, like how to sign up for a Go Bus, or how to sign up for housing, and things in the community. We introduce them to that. And then, let's see, social support group. Yeah, so those are the 7 doors that we have at ABVI, and our 10th vision is to provide services, not just in West Michigan, but it's the entire state of Michigan, because it's needed. I know I was reading a survey, like in 2030 or 2035, like half of the US population are gonna be 55 and over. So, and then by 2045, majority of the US population is gonna be 60 and over. So like our services is definitely needed, because vision loss, like macular degeneration, like start at the age 55, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and over. So, yeah, we are definitely, with 10 Vision, we're definitely working on expanding and growing, and providing, just making our name more well-known, and to educate our community about accessibility and inclusion. So I've done about 22 minutes, so I have 8 more minutes if keeping my eye on the watch. Any questions, comments?
Usman,
Mhm.
can you tell us your personal journey to where you are now?
Yeah, sure. So I was born in Liberia in the 90s. And for those who don't know, like Liberia had a civil war in the early 80s until 2000, like, 2005, I think that's when the civil war ended. So I was born, I'm the only one in my family with vision impairment. I was born with cataracts, and I was born blind out of my left eye, but I had a vision in my right eye. But my family and I, we lived in 13 different refugee camps, 3 different countries. So half of my life was spent in a refugee camp. And because of running from different places because of the war, there was no real time or medical condition to focus on my eye. So when I was 14, backstory, I guess, my eye pressure getting worse, but it turned to glaucoma, and the pressure kept building, no eye drops. So when I was 14, my retina snapped, and I lost my vision in my right eye. Before that, I used to just play soccer, basketball, but when I was 14, I went totally blind. A year later, we moved to the US and we went to eye doctors. Like, nothing could be done because the wall of my retina was destroyed. So nothing could be done with that. So anyway, I self-taught myself how to use pretty much a lot of the technology that I use now at my work. I taught myself that. And in high school, that's when I moved here, I was 15, so I was in high school. And I had an orientation mobility specialist, like Josh, who taught me how to travel places. And I also had like a visual rehab therapist, which I am now, who taught me how to read Braille. And yeah, so I graduated from Western last December, my master's in vision rehab and technology specialist. And I have a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful daughters. So find out our first pregnancy, our 20 weeks ultrasound, went in and find out that my oldest daughter also have cataracts. They find out in the ultrasound, the 20 weeks ultrasound. So that's when I realized, oh yeah, it's genetic. So my eye condition is genetic. So both of my daughters have cataracts and glaucoma. They both, my youngest are gonna have the best vision because she can see, she's gonna have no vision in both eyes. And they both have glaucoma surgery and cataract surgery. So yeah, we're in a good situation where they can receive those medical condition or medical treatment. So both of my daughters will be coming to ABVI, I know for fact, for training and so forth. My wife is fully sighted. She is also an orientation mobility specialist. So we can actually provide services for our kids, because we are both trained to do that. But that's a little bit about me. Should I go into the tandem bike thing?
Go ahead and start, yeah.
So I know when we did my introduction, one of the questions like, what is one of my goals? And I said eventually I want to do 100-mile bike ride. And I never thought of it ever again. Maybe when I'm in my 40s, I can start working on that goal. And I got an email from Gary. Hey, we have this tandem bike we want to buy. So wondering if we can partner with you guys, ABVI, and then you can reach your goal of biking 100 miles. So I was like, heck yeah, when I want to start. So,
Let me add to that.
Answer
So
that, please.
Tim ABVI came to me and said, we have this tandem bike and it's side by side tandem, okay, because Usman can't go out and ride the bike by himself too safely. It's like driving a car. The tandem bike is, I think, $14,000 to buy it, and they want to have it there again to use, have it for everybody to use and take out. And then, so I said, why don't we do a project with the Lions of our district, our area, to raise the money for that? And then I heard of the goal of a 100-mile bike ride. So I thought, who better to do that with that bike than Usman? So we're working on a project that'll be over probably a couple of weekends. Once we can get out to bike riding, well, he's going to ride with volunteers that we're gonna shift because the rest of us will be tired. And it's gonna be out on the trail, on a biking trail. And we're gonna do it over 2 weekends because it'll probably, to do 100 miles in a day is gonna take a lot of time. So 50 miles at a crack, do 50 miles and then come back and do 50 miles. We're gonna look at getting pledges per mile and have all the other clubs involved with doing that. And so to help pay for the bike. So you're gonna hear more about that. But the goal is to have our new Olympian here be the biker and show what can be done. So I was real happy to hear that of his goal, that he was interested in doing that. And we're gonna actually probably buy the bike ahead of time and then pay back the funds from what we get raised from the donations.
Is it e-bike?
Is it a knee bike? No, it's a recumbent. It's recumbent side by side. I could have brought the picture when we have another, I'll show you, send you the picture. It's a cool bike, it's very sturdy. And we're gonna get him into some training. I actually have a recumbent bike in the basement that none of us use. So we're gonna take it over to ABVI and get some pictures of him training there. And then we're gonna take it to his house so that he can train and get ready to do this on his own. So he'll be ready for the Olympics.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Is this something that, more people are interested in, like, doing something like this?
The bike thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we partnered with Mary Freebird Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports last year. And for a tandem bike events, and we it was in the month of June, July, and August. And a lot of our clients signed up for it, like it was an hour-long, few times a week in those months. And I think we had about 10 to 15 clients who took part in it and wants to do more of that. So, but we, again, as Gary said, we don't have the bike. Mary Freeman Adaptive Sports, someone loaned them the bike to use. And so we want to have our own, so we can provide that services to our clients. Because a lot of our clients want to get back in shape, because when they lost their vision, like stop, do like physical activities, stop doing it. But this is a way, or one of the ways they can get back in shape and be part of the community as well. So.
Any other questions? Thank you. For each of you, we have a memento. This is and it says, it's purple. And then the front is the Lions Club logo. So it's a very good sturdy cup. And we have one for each of you. Josh, thank you for your participation today and driving, because we knew that you drove.
That's our new program, by the way.
Yeah, he did mention that he wants to fly a plane, but we weren't in on that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And, we will look forward to seeing you on the 16th in 2 weeks. And remember to buy your tickets for Blind Dinner Day and bring somebody that might like to hear our great program. We're adjourned. Great job.